Well, Coach Nathan McKinnon just called this one of your best wins of the year in terms of what you guys were able to pull off, 4 goals to get the win on a back-to-back. Just your thoughts on this overall effort?
Yeah, it was fantastic. I thought it was very evenly played hockey game, start to finish. They just happened to capitalize on their chances earlier on in the game, and then we kind of did the same thing later in the game. But highly competitive, great pace. I don't know what time it is, but it felt like the game flew by. Not a lot of whistles in the third period. For us, we're trying to establish on the road after not being a great road team early in the year, or throughout the course of the year, really, to go into Calgary, get a big win, coming from behind, falling behind early, and doing the same thing tonight. It's not that I didn't like our play in the first period. It's just, like I said, they did a better job capitalizing than we did. We fell behind early. You know it's going to be a fight. And guys didn't go away. We actually got a little bit better and better as the game went on, I felt like.
You guys outshot them 17-3 in the third period. To be coming in off of a Calgary game where maybe you were able to rest guys, does that sort of speak to the ability you had to play this full 60 and to pull off a comeback?
I think it was important. We're a good back-to-back team. We're not very good after days off, and we're better on the back-to-backs. I feel like our guys find their legs at times, especially when we had a great fourth-line effort like we did in Calgary, and we're able to not overuse guys and push for a win. We had 4 lines going, played well, so we balanced the minutes, and it paid dividends for us tonight, which is a great sign, especially when you're missing Lehkonen, Parise, Drouin wasn't able to go. It's a whole nother line that we could be churning out there too, and some pretty talented players in that group. So for the guys to kind of dig in under those circumstances, I'm really proud of them.
Coach, to get that one with 2.7 seconds, like how much more kind of, belief does that kind of give the room, when you come to the locker room?
Well, it's a big goal, right? 2 goals, you got a full period. You can work to get one every 10. Regardless, the message is stay with it. You're not always going to get that result, but you want to make sure that you're playing the way you can play, as hard as you can play, with good habits all the time, right? And if you don't get the result you want, you prepare to do it again the next day. But I do find that if you can get a little bit of momentum, and there's a little bit more belief, and you start to push like we did in the third period, but push smartly, right? We checked hard. We did all the right things, which leads to the victory. And it's a good message for our guys. It's it's good for all of our new guys to come in and feel that in this group, and because they were all a big part of it. And that's the sort of confidence that you want to instill in your group, and hopefully they keep remembering that, and hopefully it keeps going in the right direction here down the stretch and into the playoffs.
Nate just spoke a lot to some of the new guys, the additions that they've brought, what they bring at the PK in particular. It seems like Duhaime, Trennan, those guys are really impactful.
Oh yeah, they're impactful in a lot of ways. I mean, I love the way they work. Their commitment to defend and the details. We were just talking about in the coach's office. I think give credit where credit is due, and they've been well coached before they got to us, and it's just brushing them up on some of the things and the way we like to do things. But they have good habits all over the rink. 200-foot players that are competitive guys and can help in on special teams as well. They have a big impact for our team, especially with in some of the size and strength and physicality they bring to the game.
We talked about them capitalizing early. Georgie gives up 2 on the first 2 shots, but then even in the third period, the power play, point blank, keeps you guys.
Yep. He, sometimes that's just the way it goes. The first goal didn't look like a real dangerous play. He has a clear sight on it, but you're moving one direction. The shot looks like it probably maybe even missing the net, and Miller gets a great tip on it. And I didn't mind the way we defended it. We could get out in the shooting lane and block it at the point. We could try to get under the stick, but he protects his stick real well. It was a smart offensive play. It goes in, right? And then they get the next one, and we just are fighting to get under his stick net front, and we don't. There's a couple things that we could clean up on that, but we had, I'm guessing the scoring chances for and against were pretty even the whole night, and they get those 2, but that doesn't mean that we can't, start to capitalize on a few of our chances. We had some good looks in the first period and the second period. We just couldn't put it behind him, and you got to stay with it. You got to keep fighting.
Jonathan took warm-ups. Is that safe to assume just day to day?
Yeah, day to day. Yeah, he went down funny the other night, lower body, but he's obviously was feeling okay this morning, and then tried it and warm up and just didn't feel great on the ice. So hopefully day off tomorrow. We'd like to see him get back in the lineup. We'll see how it goes.
Thanks, Jared. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.